Greetings everyone, welcome back to Top Tier Arcade. My name is Steve. We're back in the basement and this is going to be part 6 of creating Top Tier Arcade version 1.5, and we're going to really try to get Street Fighter 3 Third Strike working. This also has the Darksoft Multicade, which has all the CPS3 games. Red Earth, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and all the Street Fighter New Generation, Second Impact, and Third Strike. So I really want to get it working. Third Strike is one of my favorite games. And obviously being a fighting game inspired channel plus others, this is a staple in the fighting game industry. Having Third Strike working is a huge plus, and we're going to work on it. So quick backstory to this. This is my worst restore. It was the stupidest thing I could have done. I bought it from Sasha years ago. It was pretty much just needed a new power supply and a little cleaning. And I tore it to shreds. I took out harnesses I shouldn't have, and I wanted a weird wired a specific way. And a stupid waste of time, but the positive is I did learn a lot and what not to do. So first thing is we're going to test the power supply. It doesn't have one. I needed the power supply to this when one of the games, when Mortal Kombat 1 was on set on 2019 It Chapter 2. I needed a power supply quick and I ended up grabbing one from here and there where I had these in storage just to get it working on set, and thank God it worked. So I'm going to use the power supply that didn't work on Double Dragon just to see if I can get a 5 volt, or at least to get the board working to know that that's the problem. Once we get it working, like the other games in my past videos, we'll know exactly what to diagnose and then revisit it to clean up the wiring and just make it better internally. A little more pride because I tore this to shit. So next part, I'm going to just cut away and I'm going to show you with everything opened up, see what's down there, get a lot of my tools, multimeter. I'm going to get Gal's Panic 2, the test PCB I use because I don't want to screw with a CPS3, which is probably $2,000 Canadian. Yeah, super expensive. And let's see if we can get it working, and what else, if we're successful, we can jump in and try to get working as well. So I've just opened up the Third Strike cabinet, which is an HS5. To the horrors of what I remember, I really hackety-hacked this machine to death. It was such a stupid mistake, sloppy. I was a few years into the hobby, and I really wanted to, get my kind of feet wet and get my hands dirty and kind of know what I'm doing, but I should have left it well alone, and it would have been better. But here's what we have left. This is a CPS3. This is the main hard drive or PCB board. The cartridge goes into it. This suicide battery, so over time it loses the RAM or something like that, and then it just won't work. It deletes the game. So you can reprogram it, and it can be battery free or suicide free, and that works great. And it has all the CPS3 games. It has a CD-ROM as well. It's a SCSI drive, and they all talk to each other. And this was Capcom's idea to prevent piracy in the arcade with the CPS3, which ironically didn't go that well. There's only around 6 games. So as we go to the back, I have, this power supply was in the bottom of the game. I can't remember why. These two, I think, were what burned in Mortal Kombat. One burned on set. I can't remember now. But my buddy Chris is like, keep these. They're way better once you rebuild the caps. They're amazing and they'll last for another 30 years. Let's come back to the cabinet. That's horrific. This, I think, goes to that, and then that will plug into this block, that Molex right there, the white one. Again, it's actually very embarrassing, not a bit. What I've done to this cabinet, stupid me, but it was working last. So I will have to go back to my own videos and archives to see how I've mangled this. So just before I plug anything in, let me give you a status of what I've done. Again, everything's a bit everywhere, but what to do as far as all the wires that I have to clean up at a later date. The PCB I had to plug in is not Gal's Panic, unfortunately, because the JAMA harness wouldn't fit. So my buddy Charles from Portland a few years ago gave me a game called Demon Front, actually a really cool game, and it worked. It plugged in to the JAMA harness. That power supply is the one that was at the bottom of the cabinet, and I can't remember if it works or where I got it from. So we're going to try that out. I'll give you an idea of what it looks like. Admittingly, again, embarrassingly, And stupidly, I can't even test the power like I did before, the power supply, to get a 5 plus. And because it's so short, the wire, I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but it's brutal, but it plugged in and it's snug. Good enough. So, before I plug anything in, I can't even test it live because the power supply, which is supposed to go here, and then you turn it on from here, obviously it's a different power supply, and there's no power switch because normally it was on here. So I have to set you up and plug it in, and let's see it, and let's pray and hope that we can get this working, because this is a real shot in the dark, and I don't know what to expect. So I've turned off the lights and closed the blinds. I wanted to see what picture we're getting, especially if it's not sun faded. And I looked at my old videos to make sure everything was plugged in correctly. And thank God I have them archived, not only to view, but also now to learn from and remember the monstrosity I did. So let's get to it. Don't know what to expect. Worst case scenario, monitor doesn't come on. And let's do it. 3, 2. I got it? What is that? Oh, sick! Okay, got picture, got sound. Monitor's bugging out. Uh-oh, what the hell is that? Now, I've never played this game. It could be just the vertical hole. Let's see. Is that working? There we go. Is that stable? Oh, that's it. That looks great. I don't know where the red is. I think it's missing a red again. But this looks awesome. Let me climb up. Next step, let's plug in the CPS3 and see if there's enough voltage to hold not only the CPS3 but the SCSI drive, because it's a CD-ROM. Chris, my buddy, was telling me that it drives a lot of power to spin the CD. So let's see if that works. So I'm going to pull this out, put in third strike, and let's see if it works. So I've just put in the CPS3 with the SCSI drive, made sure everything's secure so nothing's off its axis while down in there so it reads properly. I'm going to turn it on for the first time. I'm praying this works because this is another one off the list. Let's check it out. Now, if I remember correctly, the dark's off. There is a mod that you can change it so it goes right into the game, but you can select your region, and normally we would select USA. So here we go. I'm plugging it in. 3, 2. Oh, yes! Yes, yes, yes! Good news! Don't jinx, don't jinx, don't jinx. This should go into a good. Okay, this is a bit sensitive. You can tell the red's gone because number 4 is USA, which is the one I always choose. Oh, I passed it. I have to find it just right. Oh, come on. Okay, there's not an arrow because I know it's on USA because there's no red. So normally shot 1 or jab makes it go. Oh, what happened? Yes! Here it goes. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, the red's gone. There's the Ray's headband and Ken normally is wearing red. Let's see if all the buttons work. That's awesome, awesome news. Oh, come on! Here we go. Jab. Short, fierce. Yes, roundhouse. Success, we got it! Obviously the red doesn't work. We're gonna have to address that. Put this back in place. I want to turn all the games on and let's see if we can test our luck with Robo War. All right, so it's the next day and Doug just came over. Hey Doug, what's up? We're just hanging out just for the night. And I'm like, you know what, while you're here, Doug's like, look, I'm sick of seeing your damn videos and Robo War always down. The only one I want to play and he wants to play, we got it from a good buddy. So here's what it does, Doug, and here's what's going on. You turn the game on, and sometimes it does nothing. Okay, but eventually when you turn it on and off and you power cycle it, we'll give it a sec here. Ah, come on.
There you go.
There we go. Okay, so obviously on and off, something's not triggering. Here's what happens. So this is the music, which is the best in pinball, in my opinion. Robo War is the best, and number 2, Swords of Fury, then T8 Sector. Anyways, this normally would kick the ball to the shooter lane. It activates this when you plunge it, when it's the switch is off or on or off, and then when you go to it, there's no flippers. So that's what we're getting. If we go into the service menu for this type of cabinet, it's here. You go into test mode.
Yeah.
Okay, and then lamp test.
Right.
Everything looks to be working.
Yeah.
Then we go to the next one. We press that button. We go to solenoids. So, see, this works.
Yeah. That works. Center drop. Flasher. Right drop. Left drop. Flasher.
Knocker. And then the kick.
Huh.
So then we press.
Except for the pop bumpers.
Yeah, and then we press it again, and then it goes into switch. Oh, so here's where we get the errors. Switch 36 is closed, and then if you press it again, oh no,
Switch settings.
sorry, there was another error. Come on, let me go back.
Okay.
I pressed it too quickly. Okay, here we go. Yes, and then if you press, what do you do to press to get it? There, oh, and then switch 47. 36 and 47.
I think this is 47, isn't it?
I don't know.
Yes, the start button is 47.
So, but 36 is the one that comes up often. So then in the manual, if I'm not mistaken, 36 is the shooter lane, this.
Ah, okay. Oh, so hold on. When there's, right now there's no switches. There's no, all the switches should be open. There shouldn't be any switches open. So we need to figure out what switch 36 is and figure it out because it thinks that it's closed.
Tell me what you did, Doug. So we went through all the switches in that test menu.
Yeah, so the issue we were finding was that the game didn't think there were any balls in the trough. Because the switch that detects the balls wasn't working.
Right.
So we pulled the balls out of the game, and I told Steve, let's do a switch test for the whole playfield.
Right.
We found that where there were about 7 switches not working. And they were all in the same row, 50 through 57. Or 56 wasn't working. And
you said, Steve, like, because Doug's teaching me as well that you want to find commonalities, and I'm like, well, it turns out we got the schematic, and they're all in the row.
everything in this row is not working.
So Doug's like, because it's the tilt, I'm like, uh-oh. So I remember when I moved the game, when you helped me, of course, and thanks again, by the way, that this wire was hanging, and I'm like, uh-oh, Steve, it's obviously the tilt, and I soldered this, and Doug's like, no, because there's no diode.
But the diodes actually on this game aren't on the switches. Usually they are.
Right.
They're over here on these boards over here.
So then one of these diodes must be purple-white, must be out.
Potentially.
So this was my fault because all the voltages are going everywhere, right? Doesn't know what the hell is going on.
Yeah. The diode helps. The diodes block in the matrix.
You're telling me one-way gate, it goes out. Okay.
Diodes are one-way gate. So without a diode or a bad diode in there, it's not controlling the direction.
Very well. Okay, so that's the update. We're gonna come back. Doug's gonna show me it, and hopefully with a diode we'll check and see. And if we desolder that, then maybe most of it will work.
Should.
Okay. So Doug was showing me, I should say, he was finding that it was not the solder I did here in the tilt switch, right?
The diodes are all fine.
Yeah, and you were telling me that when we wiggled, or Doug wiggled that, it would open and close the switch in the switch matrix. Yeah. So what Doug did is took this board apart, I helped him hold it, and he I
touched up all the solder.
Yeah. So we're going live with this. This should work, and we can even put that back. And then maybe you're saying maybe a capacitor because the game turns on and off.
Maybe I gotta check the power supply.
Okay, so let's do it. All right, Doug, let's count it down.
I gotta do this a couple times.
Come on, come on. There you go.
Okay, so I'll put it in the test mode.
Took a few turns, but what the hell?
Switch matrix, all switches open. Okay, ready?
That's good news, right? Switch is open, yes. All right, hit it.
Nope. Nope, that's not it. Didn't fix it.
What should happen?
When I close this switch, it should close 56. Like if I close this one, that's 66.
Oh, I
This
see.
is 56. 56 is not working.
So do you think that's the reason it's not kicking out the thing?
Yeah, 100%. Because it doesn't know that there's balls in the trough.
Ah, so that's what's up.
And even if I short 57, if I take the wire and I short it directly, it doesn't close.
Huh.
The last time I was messing with this, it closed. So that's why when I was looking at the connector pins on the bottom of the board, one of them was like had a cold solder joint. So I'm wondering now if it's a connector issue.
Maybe they need repinning.
It's possible.
Shit. So Doug has now discovered that there's no pin. It's disintegrated, right?
Yep. So there should be a piece.
Oh, of course.
So there's nothing contacting the pin inside the connector housing.
And you said this is common for just pinball or these games?
This Gottlieb's in particular, yeah, they're really bad.
Okay. So that might be it. So just a repin and it might be that, eh?
Hopefully.
Okay, we'll be back. Let's see. All right, so what Doug has done is just repinned one of the wires. Which one was it, Doug?
This green one, the first one. It's the strobe.
And
So it's
then
the common for all of the switches in that row.
right, and then he redid that neatly. So we're gonna turn it on because apparently so far so good.
It's already on.
Or I mean, press start, I should say.
So we'll close it up, throw the balls in it. Actually, we'll reboot it because we.
Oh right.
Right. So
Come on, come on, come on. Can you imagine one cent? I love your confidence. Oh my God, this is gonna be sick. It's the one game I wanted to play. It's the best soundtrack in pinball.
Ready?
Here we go.
Hopefully it boots.
Keep going. Go, come on. And then so bottom left, there's credits. And then start.
Ready?
Yes, yes, yes! Okay, it's working. So that was it. Are you kidding, Doug? This is awesome. Okay, off. Okay, let's put it together. All right, we'll be back. We'll just test it really quick. One small connector.
That's it.
And how did you know that was the one?
Because on the schematic, all the switches in basically 50, right? 50, 51, 52, 53. Basically everything in this row was out. The tilt was working.
Right.
But it was because when we had it up, we had the playfield raised up, the wire was probably twisted or the pin or whatever.
Oh, I see.
Just like quick contact. Because when we started really digging into it, the tilt also wasn't working.
Got it.
So we were looking at this, basically, this is the common wire for all of them. We looked at the color, based on the color chart, found that pin in the connector. Took it
That
out.
was that. Wow! 1 cent part.
That's it.
Okay, let's do it. We'll be back. So there she is. Doug just packing up the tools. Look at that. Yes. All right, let's try it again. Yes! The best. Yes. The best soundtrack in pinball. Loud. I'm gonna turn it down. That's way too loud. So loud again. Doug, I can't thank you enough, man. This is really, really good news. Obviously, I still have to actually restore this one. I have new plastics. I have a thing. I even have inner artwork. I can't wait to get to it, but that comes after we set everything up. And but this is amazing. Everything seems to be working the way.
Yep.
That's awesome. Doug, thank you so much. Oh, can you come here for 2 seconds? So I was telling Doug that my fireplace doesn't work. Now upstairs, it's just a switch. And this one has this pad thing here. And I've never really played with it because I was going to get someone to come see it. And you were wondering, well, why don't you just turn the pilot on? While we're here, any idea why the pilot won't stay and then why it won't turn on?
Probably the pilot's out, so we have to start it. Right now your gas is off. So
This is like a barbecue, right?
yeah,
That thing?
it's similar. So you can turn it to pilot. What you want to do is hold the button in. And
Oh,
that
you
primes the pilot.
hold it.
So now it's basically priming it and letting gas go in, and then you push this like a barbecue and it lights it. See?
Oh, I just saw it.
And now the flame is on, but I'm holding it in still because it's still on pilot. I
Right.
have to turn it on first. So you let it hold, hold it down and let it warm up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then you basically let it out and turn it to the on position. No, it didn't stay on. Sometimes it has to get hot for it to stay on. No, did it again. You can tricky. Am I turning it on? I was just saying I'm turning it the wrong way. But no, it's fine. Okay. There you go.
Okay, yeah, so it's there. Okay, so the pilot, so that was it, is when I pressed it, I had to hold it.
Yeah, so you have to press, you have to put it on pilot, hold it in. That allows the gas to go through the switch temporarily while you're holding it in.
Right.
Took it.
So when I was getting my home inspection, he did that, and then I guess it went off, or he turned it off later.
Yeah.
Okay, Doug, so here is the thermostat. Again, I thought it'd be as easy as just flicking it like upstairs, but it's not. So is the, obviously,
There's nothing coming up on the screen. So my guess is the batteries are dead.
this is not hardwired?
No, it's batteries powered.
Oh, it is?
Most of them, yeah, most of the ones. Oh, yeah, it's not even on right. But most of these are battery powered. See?
Oh, are you kidding?
Yeah. And it's, yeah, and then you can set it for gas or oil or electric or blah, 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 whatever. So these batteries are probably toast. Oh, yeah, and they're a little bit corroded too.
Oh, really, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, that one's got, there's no real acid, but it's tarnished.
So, oh, I thought this was made hardwired. Anything with gas, I got freaked out. Mary's like, don't, you're going to kill us. I have batteries here. Yeah, because we're... Are you kidding? It was just that? Awesome. Robo War track mode. So, yeah, but then how would...
Yeah, look. See? It's already up. So batteries are bad in it.
Oh, man. Shit.
So,
Look, man, these are good problems to have. Let's be honest.
Yep. I just got to get it.
See, I didn't want to play with it.
So it's 68 degrees in here, right? I bet you if you turn this to heat and it's set to 72.
Wait, this is Fahrenheit, right?
Yeah.
The Americans would know better. It's on! Yes, it's on! Wait, let me turn the light off. Oh, no way! What an idiot. Batteries. Yeah, again, it's a good problem I have. So that was it. Look at that. Cool. I've never seen this. Okay, well, everyone that's watching, replace batteries. Oh, there's a fan. Does this one blow air? Because my one upstairs gas fireplace doesn't. This one blow air?
I don't know. It might, because there was a setting in here, but it may not be on there. It may be just an internal one. It's got, unless that's for the size of the flame. No, that's probably for the fan. So it's probably got.
Is there a thing for a bigger flame?
Sometimes there are. I have to look at the manual and see. Oh yeah, right here. So right now that's high. Oh yeah, it's a little bit. You can see the flames down a little bit.
Yeah, higher the better.
So that's full on.
That's okay. That's awesome. Yo, you want to do one thing before we wrap up? Like, we'll wrap up in the last 1 minute to show everyone. Do you want to turn everything on? Sure. The only thing not going to be on is Super Sprint. So there's the row. Everything is on finally. And then, unfortunately, Super Sprint, no. Third Strike, yes. 2. Mortal Kombat's bug. Yep, Mortal Kombat's good. Everything is holding. TV good. Fireplace on. Doug, this is... Oh, there's the fan.
Yeah, thank you.
That's sick. It's actually warming up down here. Yeah. Doug, you've been amazing, man. How can I ever repay you? Thank you so very much. Guys, man, if you haven't had a chance to subscribe just for Doug's work, please hit that like and share button and subscribe and notifications. We have Super Sprint left. A buddy's coming in the next few weeks to see if they can get it working. That would be awesome. And then from there, I'm going to clean all the games up, Doug, and then we're going to start to rearrange them better. And again, look at the red drive. Without the red, but still, it's working. Yeah, it's been a pleasure. All the very best. Thanks again for checking out Top Tier, Doug. Thank you so very much again. We'll see you in the next one in part 7. Peace.